Greetings YouTube, Fuzzfinger here, welcome back to patch 7.3 of Legion, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you a new quest line that's become available as of the latest patch, which actually involves visiting the Arcatraz, a dungeon that was released way back in the Burning Crusade, so stay tuned. Okay then, so I actually found this quest completely accidentally while I was hunting down some world quests. But basically it becomes available to you once you've completed the Forming a Bond quest and unlocked the Light Forged Warframe as a Matrix Core ability over at the Vindicar. Indeed, completing this next quest series will unlock the final ability at the Vindicar. So first of all, you'll want to head over to Kroken and pick up the Mysterious Missive quest from Lightforged Courier, and then you're just going to want to head north a little bit to Captain Faria to hand that in and pick up the next quest in the series. So this next quest, which is known as the Intercepting the Legion's Plans quest, is going to involve killing the Legion in order to hunt down a selection of items. 3 items to be precise. That's 2 enigmatic Legion orders and an Army of the Light codebook. Now, the enigmatic Legion orders are basically a random drop with quite a low drop chance, and you can just kill any of the Legion in the area until you have them. So the way I did this was just to collect the 2 Legion orders from the demons around the starting area of where you select the quest, and then once I'd managed to pick both of those, it's just a case of heading slightly to the northwest in order to go and loot the Army of the Light codebook, which I believe comes from this body here. At least that's where it was for me. I'm assuming it's just a fixed location. Once the objectives have been completed, you're going to want to head back to the quest giver, and there's going to be just a couple more things involved here before we make our way over to the Arcatraz. Having accepted the next quest, we're going to head back to the Vindicar, which is where the next part of the chain is going to commence from. And this is where things get a little bit more exciting. We're actually going to be making our way over to the Arcatraz in just a moment, so we'll speak to the quest giver first in order to hand him, and he's actually going to send us straight there. For this particular quest, we're going to get a nice chunk of artifact power as our reward, although that won't be the end of the quest line either. So we'll go ahead and select to be teleported or sent over to the Arcatraz. Good old Burning Crusade loading screen there.
High Inquisitor Ralgar was imprisoned deep inside the Arcatraz. The Legion is already here, so be careful.
Interestingly, this isn't technically a scenario, though it basically functions the same as if it was. This is actually just a standard quest, but it's a quest with 6 objectives that pop up one after the other.
Find yourself outflanked.
So for this third objective, though you may be mistaken for believing it's only the first, but it is the third, is to close 2 of these Legion portals, which are located relatively close to the entrance of the dungeon. Now fortunately, I should say at this point that Arcatraz is quite a lengthy place, but we don't have to make our way throughout the entire dungeon. We're only going to be exploring the first part in order to complete what it is that we need to do for the quest. Obviously, it goes without saying that all the enemies in this place have been removed and replaced with level 110 plus encounters just for this particular instance. In terms of difficulty, I didn't really have any trouble at all going through this place as an eye level 909 paladin, and I know many of you will be a much higher eye level than that. If you're coming here on a freshly leveled 110 character, then this place is probably going to be a big struggle due to the fact that many of the enemies here do like to attack in swarms. That said, you're probably not going to be coming until you've geared a little bit, since this particular quest doesn't become available immediately having reached Argus. You do have a little bit of legwork to do beforehand, giving you a chance to get some gear for your alt characters, new characters, or whatever the case may be. Just follow the linear path round. Your goal is to find this particular area where you'll trigger the next objective, which is High Inquisitor Ralgar found. Once you've done that, you'll get a bit of a cutscene. You can't attack anything until it's taken place. And then the fiends will be sent in to try and take you down. You need to show them that that's just not going to happen and who truly is in charge. Eventually, once you've slapped the trash around a little bit too much, High Inquisitor Ralgar is going to get frustrated and send in Lazaran to come and take care of you. Pretty standard battle actually. Obviously it's got quite a bit of health, so you probably want to blow some cooldowns. Other than that, it's not really that challenging, and as you can see, I'm hardly taking any damage at all, so it is just a DPS fight. And the same is true with the ads. When they come in, nothing really matters, just take them down quickly and finish things off. Fortunately, once the objectives have been completed for the quest, you don't have to make your way out manually. The Grand Artificer at Rome will give us a portal to bring us straight back to Argus, so make sure we take that. And that's not the end. That's not the end by any stretch yet, so we need to hand this in. We do get that Artifacts Power reward, but then we get one final quest here, which is going to involve more Legion slaying here in the world of Argus. Once we've accepted this quest, we're going to head all the way north in Crocombe, and then we're going to take out 8 of the demons in this area, and also mark 3 of the Heartwells that are littered around the place. So the Heartwells are these devices which you can see just up here. Some of them are in this fell, but not all of them are, so just keep an eye out. And obviously, as you're trying to do them, the enemies can interrupt you, so it's a good idea to take care of those as well. And once you've got all 3 of them, and all of the demons slain, the quest will update one final time where we need to go and take out a final boss that will finish up this quest chain for us. The theory then, according at least to Grand Artificer Rome, is that the immortality of Rhalgar will now have been removed because we've marked those 3 Heartwells. So we should be able to dispatch him without too much trouble, and indeed that shows to be the case. Just make sure you head over to the correct location. It's marked on the map, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find. Just bear in mind he is located inside this building. After killing the ads, the boss himself will go down quite quickly, although he does have one little trick up his sleeve, and that is once he's nearly dead, he will regenerate to full health. That said, he doesn't really have a lot of health to begin with, so I wouldn't expect this to be an overly long battle. Eventually he does stun us, but that's just a temporary thing, and then once it's finished we can just continue on laying on the damage. Apparently there may be a bug with this particular boss as well, meaning that you basically, in order to not get the bug, kill all of the ads before killing the boss. Failure to do so might mean that he doesn't drop the quest item and will have to be respawned. The way to avoid that, as I say, is to simply make sure all the ads in the room are dead before you kill the actual boss itself. All that's left at this point is just to return to the Vindicar, hand in the quest and collect our new ability, which we can use at the Matrix core of the ship. And there we go, there's a description. Basically what this will do is give you a passive buff that will allow you to be resurrected from the dead on a cooldown, of course, when you die in Argus. And if you've been following the quest line, then you'll also get a couple of achievements. At least I did, I assume you will as well. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the video, so I hope it's been helpful. If it has, leave a like, and I'll see you soon for more Legion. Goodbye.